What's up, everybody? What is the mission of the Forge? Well, I think it's one mission, but there's three avenues that we're going to begin with to achieve it. And I know those ways will probably grow as we go, but we're going to start off with those three. First off, man, we just want to be a resource for our communities, for our local churches, for families, for individuals, men and women, to help those men and women that's been gripped or struggle with substance abuse or addiction. And not just to be limited to that, because we know just life itself can break you. Things like divorce, the death of a loved one, or maybe a vet coming back from war and they're in a dark place in their life. We want to be the people that step into that dark place in their life and offer them hope that offers them a reality that their life can be beautiful, that it's not a fairy tale, it's not a pipe dream, and then offer them the help to get there and to encourage them to take that help right then and there. We want to help get those people. If they need detox, get them into a detoxification center. If they need inpatient treatment, we want to help them get into inpatient treatment that fits their need of care, whether it be 28-day, 9-month, 1 year. We got them. We got good ones. If they need intensive outpatient, IOP programs, we want to get them plugged in. If they need continued counseling, if they need transitional living facilities, they don't have to come to our facility. We'll help them get in anywhere. Recovery groups, churches, we want to get them plugged in. And then also offer the family support during this time, support for the loved ones of the people that are suffering from these things, because we know that the family and the loved ones suffer as well. Secondly, we want to help through speaking, through teaching, through sharing the truths that God has used to change our own lives, sharing the process, this sure process that makes the hope of a beautiful life a reality for anyone, not just certain people. Anyone that would be willing to commit to that process, it can be a reality. And third is the Forge home. Most people would probably call it a faith-based transitional living, but we look at it more along the lines of a Christ-centered discipleship ministry, because it's where we're going to address each and all areas of a man's life, so that with God's leading, with God's help, with God's tools, with God's people that He's putting in these men's lives for that season, that each man will be able to gain success in each and every area of their life. I always say, if you're not willing to get dirty, you're not going to be able to get well. Because any area that you choose not to address is going to be an area that's not going to be transformed. And we want to hit every area of a man's life. There's some life building services, some that we want to provide for men that come to the Forge. And the first is employment. We want to meet with and build a network of as many employers as we can that would be willing to hire these men based on their skill set. And we want to offer these employers employees that have the right skill set, that will be at work each and every day, that'll be drug and alcohol free, that'll have a good work ethic, have a good attitude, because that's the things that we're working with behind the scenes at the Forge in these men's lives. And most employers that I meet with, they say, well, that's better than half my employees already. So it's a good thing. We want to help get these men the requirements that they need for work: TWIC cards, OSHA cards, their workwear. We want to help assist them in that. And you can help us in that. You or your network of people, because we all know people that own businesses, companies, that are on the hiring teams for companies. And you can help us by connecting us to you or your network so that we can put these things in place for these men. We also want to offer transportation to get these men to and from work every day, so they're not out there hustling and trying to scrounge for to get to work. So if you know anyone wanting to donate a SUV or a van, tell them to holler at us. And also we want to do like a driving ministry, a job route service. I know a lot of retired men are looking for things to do. That would be a great thing for people that are retired to come and take one of our driving routes, driving these men to and from work, and then also sowing into these men's lives while they're with them. So man, we'd love to connect with you. Another area is their secondary education. A lot of these guys may need their GEDs, or maybe they want to get a trade, or maybe they want to go to college. Man, we want to assist these guys. We want to connect them with tutors. We want to inspire them toward their goal careers, not just what you got to do to survive, but like, what do you want to do with your life? And then help them come up with a plan of action to succeed, to make these things happen, so they don't let their past put them in a box. And so we need your network. Some of you know people that are great at tutoring. You know people connected to colleges, to trade centers, to these ABC schools and things like that. We would love to connect with them. Their personal finances. We want to help them in that. We want to help them with budget training and keeping them accountable. A lot of these guys don't even have credit. We want to teach them how to build their credit, or maybe their credit is messed up. We want to help them repair it. We want to help them be good stewards over their finances and instill in them a big picture perspective when it comes to their spending, when it comes to their saving, their investing, so that they can build a savings account, so that they can get a vehicle and ultimately their own place to live. And so we need your network. You are your network because you know, or maybe you are great at financial things, budgeting, working in those areas. If that's you, or if you know someone, connect us. We want to know them. We want to know you. Not to get handouts, to get hand-ups. So that these guys can be empowered to do these things. Another important part of their life is their health. We want to work with them towards getting health evaluations, to where they can get physically fit, to where they're a good steward over their bodies, over their health, getting health insurance. And so if your network, if you know people that are in the health industry, if they're in the medical industry, or they're in the insurance industry, man, we'd love to connect with them. Their legal stuff, man, a lot of these guys have legal issues. We want to help create a plan for them to deal with all this stuff, to get these things behind them, to take care of, to be responsible and take care of their restitution, to take care of their child support, their children, and just to kind of walk along with them in this. So we need your network. If you know anyone in the legal field, reach out to us to help these guys get their driver's licenses. A lot of them have fines and things, flags. We want to help them work through that so that they can get their license and we can get them in a vehicle. And talking about vehicles, we're meeting with dealers and dealerships to build a network of people that are honest and want to help these guys. Not to give them a vehicle, but just to put them in an affordable vehicle when these guys have saved up enough money. So if you know any dealers that are honest and would treat these guys well, we want to know them. If you are a dealer that would like to be in this network, reach out to us. I'd love to connect with you. And then this area right here is probably the one that is probably most dear to me. And that's just, I want these guys to be well in their soul, to just help them build the reality of a foundation that's based on truth, so that they can heal from every wounded place, to where they can get well from every traumatic thing that they've dealt with, to where every broken place can be mended, to where they can shed the shame of their past and embrace a manhood that walks in wholeness, that walks in love, confidence, dominion, compassion, to where they're not afraid to feel, but that they'll shoulder that thing because they know there's people in their corner, and they'll work through those things to freedom. And we want these guys not just to experience being how they say it, a productive member of society. We want them to be an honored member of society, to where, like, whenever their name is called or they walk into a room, they receive honor by the way that they live, because they've added these life tools and the training that they need to identify, to overcome, to get free, and to stay free from all this deceptive stuff that's been pumped into their life, all these strongholds, all these, I call it false evidence of their reality. And man, we want to be there for them in that. We want to walk through that, because that's not easy. That's not fun. We want to help them create boundaries and accountability to achieve their life goals, to provide that ongoing support, mentoring them, friendship, not just encouraging them, but also challenging them, to man up, to address these things, to become whole, complete, purposeful. We'll do weekly recovery meetings. And we also have a great network of licensed professional counselors and IOPs that we can refer them to. We're actually beginning in February a faith-based IOP track. We're partnering with some other people in Baton Rouge to begin that. We're excited about that. And then another thing, man, we want to connect these guys to a true reality of a living God. Not a head knowledge, but a reality to where they are experiencing God, to where we foster this ongoing environment of intimacy with a real God, to where they get true biblical discipleship, spiritual growth, where we can connect them from spiritual realities to natural realities, because when those things come together, that's where life happens. We want to help them in their families because we believe that God restores families. We've seen it. He's restored my own, and we just want to see that happen in these other men's lives, with their parents, with their spouses, with their children. We want to connect them to good churches that where they can go worship, where they can participate, where they can serve with others, places where they can receive the impartation of that preached word of God and the gifts of His Spirit that flow through other believers, and to where they can learn their own giftings, their own what God has called them to do within the body. We want to create a community of brotherhood, just to foster that environment of belonging, to where they know that I belong, to where they know that that is my brother. I am my brother's keeper, and we're going to go through anything together. We're not going to hide anything. We're not going to be ashamed. We're in this together. Our victories are together. Our defeats are together. Our struggles are together, and that we're going to get through this all the way to the end. That's what we want to be in the Forge. That's what the in-house part of the Forge is. And we don't want just the meaningful, deep, heavy time. We want to have fun together. We want to do activities together. We want to awaken that part in them that has died so long ago, of just joy. So any of you out there that's got offshore fishing rigs, holler at us. But we also want to be a blessing to our community. We want to give back, and all kind of I just want us as a group to come up with things ways that we can help the widows, the fatherless, the weak, the those that are poor in spirit. We want to be able to give back, and I want them guys to experience what that is, to be able to give back into their community, to others, to be that person that came in and saved the day, because that's what we were created for. And this is just the beginning, man. We have so many beautiful things in our hearts that we want to do in the community. We have a lot up our sleeve, and I guess you could call this phase one. And we just want to see men and women's lives changed. We want to see families restored. We want to see our communities healed, and man, our communities need it. We want to cross all racial lines, economic lines, political lines, and keep the main thing, and that's reaching people, helping people, to see their lives be restored, to come to know this beautiful God that we serve, and to actually walk it out, to actually have it. But we need to connect with you and your network of the amazing people This is bigger than me, but it's not bigger than us. Together we can do this. And I promise you, I will honor any and all of your relationships that you extend to me. Any contact you connect me with, I promise you it will be gratefully taken care of. It will not be abused. We're not looking for handouts, hand-ups. And I want to know your network. I want to, and you're part of that network. So man, we'd love to connect with you. People have been asking me, is there anything you need like immediately to open? I'll be posting that needs list on our Facebook and on our website. People have been asking us, how can we support you if we want to give? There'll also be a link to give through PayPal, and all donations are tax deductible. And we'll send out that so that you can file those with your taxes. And we appreciate all those things, your prayers, your support. But what we really want is you to keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and let us know if you see anyone we can help. That's what we want to do. If you can see anywhere we can be a resource, we want to do that. If you see anyone struggling, share with them what we're doing. If you hear somebody talking about somebody in their family struggling, share with them what we're doing. Connect us with those people. You would be the conduit that people's lives can be changed if you can just help us connect with the people that need it the most. And then also, just if you're willing to connect us with the people in your network, you included, that come to mind when you think of each area of service that we want to provide for these men, contact us. And man, we're just grateful. We're grateful to be in this position. We're grateful that God has chosen us to with such a important mission, and we just believe that we're not going to be the only ones that in this. We believe God's going to partner us with some other people that have hearts just to see the people around our lives changed, to see our communities changed. And man, if there's ever been a time, we need it now. So thank y'all for listening. Let us know if we can help you. God bless you, and keep your eyes and ears open. We're going to be sharing with you as we go the forwards. Thanks.